What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are going to be doing a showcase, build, guide, emblems, auras kind of thing on Andras, and see how he does perform. Is he worth pushing in your exclusives for Andras? Who does he work with? How does he work? And how best does he work? I'll probably get it wrong, but we'll just have to see, won't we? So, first things first. Basic attack. It deals 220% attack damage to a single enemy, which is not very high, but it still does a decent amount of damage when he's built up its stacks. 60% chance to inflict 1 layer of burn for 2 turns. This does go up to 100% chance. So it means we don't need quite as much effect here, or at least that's what I seem to think in my head. Her second skill is deals 3 stages of 60% attack damage each to all enemies and inflicts 40% burn damage. This attack ignores immortal, damage immunity, and shield. The burn damage does increase by 20% there. And also on his passive, he grants Andras 1 layer of blast flame after any ally deals detonation damage. Increases self-attack by 4% for every layer of blast flame he owns, up to 40 layers, which is up to an extra 160% attack, which will stack with attack up as well, which means it's a ton. Will not be removed when Andras dies or at the wave transition. Now this does increase a further, is that 2%? It's 1.6%. 1.6% with upgrades, so it's actually 5.6 per layer, and that means that it's freaking even more. So even 10 layers is going to be 56%. 56, 112, 224. So 224% attack increase if you can get him to 40 layers. And that's not such an easy task as it seems. It requires you using certain other heroes to get that to happen. So if we now look at his exclusives, there's a 100% chance to inflict Deep Burn 1 on the targets for 2 turns after Blast Strike deals damage. If the target's current health is higher than Andras, inflicts Deep Burn 2 instead for 2 turns. So if he has less health than the target, it's going to put Deep Burn 2 on him. And in PvE, that's not too hard. Level 2 increases 25% burn damage dealt by Andras. Besides, increases 30% direct damage and damage over time dealt when Andras attacks targets with red and force mark. Reduces 30% direct damage and damage over time taken when Andras is attacked by targets with red and force mark. Blast Bash deals 7 stages of damage at level 3. You know, and that's a lot, okay? Because that's then 700% attack damage. Say if you can get him to 40 layers, that's an insane amount of damage, okay? That's an insane amount of damage. And I really do feel like Burn is making a big push right now. I really do. Aura, I put him in Mastery Expert Aura. 24% extra Mastery when self-health is above 50%. And is this blue or purple, this one? It's blue, isn't it? It's blue. So it's an easy aura to obtain. And I really love this aura. I think this is a fantastic aura. Unless you can get legend. So emblems. Let's have a quick look at his emblems and how I've set him up. As you can see here, I'm going to move myself here a moment. If you want to copy this, it's not a set final piece. But it seems to be okay in my mind. This is how I would build him. I'm unsure if I would go down the support tree. I want him taking less damage. He's already taking less direct damage, so it's going to be quite a nice amount. We did go for mastery and not crit damage, even though my stats look like this. Let me move myself back over. I'll move myself right in the corner so you can't hardly see me. Attack is at 39,000. Could be more. It could be more. And this is why there is certain ways to build him. As you can see, I've gone on a crit rate, crit damage build right now. And that's depending if I can get the burn layers. Because if he is attacking at, say, 700% attack damage, and he's up at about over 100k attack, which is quite easily obtainable with the stacks, then it's going to be dealing a good amount of direct damage anyway, just from his attack without the burn. And remember, I don't think damage over time damage can crit, even though his is here. It's only direct damage that can crit. which is why this is probably the wrong kind of build. The other way I would go is attack, affect it, and mastery purely. Ignore crit rate, crit damage. So yeah, I'll probably do that in this video. I'll remove crit rate and I'll put in attack rate boost, more affect it, even though it's only its basic that works on, but that can work nicely with the counter attack or joint attack with Ben Alston. And mastery could be higher. It could be higher. So let's have a little look at the gear sets that you would use for Andras. You could even use the base attack set as long as you've got a good amount of mastery on it or affect it. Ideally, you're going to want to go. I mean, even the mastery set will be okay. He's currently in a slay and attack and crit rate. That's because I have him on this build, which I'm testing. Endurance is going to be a very, very good set just because of the mastery there and some health increase. Accuracy set will be very good. That's because of the mastery increase plus affect it. The best set is going to be penetration. Penetration is going to be the best set. I'm almost sure of that. Although we do have Bloodthirsty, and I think this does take the cake. You know, crit rate increase, leech, and mastery increase of 20% is massive. Even if we don't be using the crit rate, the leech and mastery increase alone is huge. It is huge. I wouldn't go for a first aid set. What else is there here? I mean, like the wild set, yeah, okay. If you're using him in that kind of perspective, like I have him built right now, which I don't know if it's correct, then I'm going to have to change this, aren't I? I'll probably have to change this very shortly. I've gone for, let me move myself over. Currently, because I have built him this way, I've gone for crit rate and mastery. I only took this because it was the set piece. I haven't got him in wild, I've got him in crit rate, okay. And he's in a slay set at the moment with mastery and a little bit of crit damage here. But ideally, you're obviously going to be wanting to aim for crit rate, crit damage, mastery, and attack if you're building him like this, if it works. The other way is going to be attack, affect it, and mastery. Purely just that. And that'll probably be a much easier build. As you can see here, mastery +3 on those boots. Crit rate +3 on these with a bit of mastery as well. On the artifact, I've taken mastery, crit rate, attack rate, because that was the best I could get. But obviously, if we're building him different, you're going to want mastery and just attack rate, or affect it if you can get it. On the second piece here, I think attack is going to be the best way to go because of the way it's going to be stacking. It is on crit rate and attack rate currently, but that is probably going to change in a moment. But attack and then mastery, attack rate if you can get it. So mastery and attack rate is your basically go-to statistic. On the final piece, we've got attack because the multiplier just goes crazy. Okay, so the more attack we can get, the better. Again, this is on crit rate at the moment, but if we was working it different, you would want to get attack rate and mastery. So, I mean, this is a weird build, I know, and not a lot of people will try it this way. But I've had to test it, and then I will test the other theory as well. So let's have a little look at how he works. Obviously, I'm going to be pairing him with Arna and Feist in this video. In this video, we'll be pairing him with Arna and Feist. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't done a huge amount of testing. Now, let's just take away those a moment, and we're going to get Feist in here. We're going to go with a 4-man team and just how Demon Abyss stage. This is the stage that we always normally target. The reason that Feist is so good for this is because it doesn't matter the speed of our other burn heroes, and there are other burn heroes we can use. You know what, I'll throw an Ockman as well. I haven't got an Eric built, so for that I apologise. O'Grady's isn't, well, out yet, you can't access her, so I don't have that either. Also we have Gunner, which we could try. But Feist passively will put on burn on the enemies at the beginning of a wave, and then we're going to be using Arni to detonate them to build up our attack rate on Andras. Let me just show you that in proper format. So you can see that burn is on everyone. That is purely from Feist. Now, I haven't tested this part on Ockman at all, so I'm completely unsure if his skill 2 will increase the burn of Andras, or the layers of Andras. So let's just test this real quickly. It does, okay. But remember, Okmin also does to either deal health burn or burn. So if he's dealing the burn, you're going to be increasing the attack. Let's just go ahead and detonate this with Arna. If you've never seen Arna in action, watch. Okay, that's what Arna can do. And we're already at 10 layers on Andras. Now, Andras is now at 61,963 attack. That's without attack up 2. So, if we watch again, and this time, we're going to come... I'm not going to bother doing that. So, we did increase there because we did hit a burn. But we are going to detonate this damage, and we're going to increase the attack up 2 onto our Andras. And Arna is such a perfect hero for pairing with Andras. It's that simple. If we watch again now, we're going to detonate, and you can see Arna's going to kill anyway. But the attack up 2, and now we're at 15 layers of that with Andras, and he's now at 88,972. Okay, but right, is that a bit more now? Or it would be a less. Sorry, he's just lost his attack up 2. So he's at 75k. That's without attack up 2. Now, if we just put on counter attack here a moment, let's see if we can increase these a moment as well. Is it Doom Blast or whatever it's called? Okay, Blast Flame. It went up 2 times there as well. Another time there from Arna. And it should go up another time here. So he's at 20. So he's at half of what he can be. He's now at 84,206 attack. So now we go, okay, we have him on a crit damage build. So how good is it going to be? He hasn't even made an attack yet. So what kind of showcase is this Carzak, right? I know. So let's just do his normal AoE attack first so that we can get deep burn on the enemy, because we want to be nuking Blast Bash with deep burn on the enemy, even though he's nearly dead. That's a problem. Okay, so here's the AoE, and you can see 113k crits. 113k crits from his direct damage alone. I didn't even check the burn damage. 514 on a basic attack return. So he's just hit 514,000. Was that 500? No, it wasn't 514. It wasn't that much, was it? It's only a 220% attack. It wasn't that much. I think I read that wrong. Someone in the video, we'll go back over that. We'll put Feebleness on. We're going to burn again, and we're just going to use that one because I don't want to kill it too fast. And that one. Now, we are going to be using the ultimate now. We don't have attack up 2, though, and we're only at 88,000 attack. The rotation kind of thing could be tricky between Arna and Andras in that respect, because we do want to be using Arna to clear the waves. Let's do a nuke. Let's do a nuke and see how much. It's going to be hard. I'm going to try and look at just the attack damage and then the final burn damage at the end. So 304k attacks and 1.5 million burn, and obviously the boss is dead, meaning he did 10 million in a very short amount of time, and Arna did the wave damage. But is that the right way to use him? So we've got 7 stages going on there, and we're hitting at, say, 300k. How much is that? Well, actually, that's a lot, isn't it? There's actually quite a bit of damage. It's just over 2 million, isn't it? It's not shy. I think it's about 2.3 million, something like that. If I just do 9 times 3, which is 9, 18, 27, so about 2.7 million. So actually, it's a lot. But would it be much less if we was pushing up the mastery to increase the burn damage, and it would be easier to use? Let's go and test in Rum a moment. I did play around a bit before making this video on this, and I'm going to put it at stage 30. I'm going to remove Marvel. I'm going to put in Santa 81. Okay. We're going to go in with Feist, Arna. Remember, Feist is only at 120 here. He's just here putting on the burn. And then we're going to put in Andras as well. And we're just going to see how this works out. It could totally fail, which I'm probably used to in a few of my videos. So we're not going to shield up here. We're just going to attack and we're going to burn. We're not going to freeze. We're not going to freeze because I'm hoping Anna does enough damage here. Okay, good. So she wiped out the majority of them in one hit. As you can see, the basic attack there, and he did, what is that, 17k? Was that only 17,000? 200, which would be wrong. Was that 170,000? Must have been 170, right? Had to have been. Had to have been. He's at 9 layers now. He's at 9 layers now. There's only 3 layers of burn, which means these two are not going to die to Anna's first skill, which means this could fail. I should probably use the counter attack, but we're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. We're not going to freeze. We'll save that for Naskama. So here comes a trigger of the burns. As you can see, those two are nearly dead. We do have attack up 2 on Andras. Actually, this is fine. Actually, this is completely fine because now we're going to show the power of Andras. We're going to show the power of Andras. At 84,000 attack, here comes an AoE, which is 60% attack damage per hit, and then the burn damage as well, which is 60% burn damage. So 129 and then like 369 on burns. So it was 129 crits with the direct damage, and it ended up as 369 burn. So I do think burn is pushing the mastery is going to be more beneficial, isn't it? It's going to be more beneficial. Let's just buff up here a moment. And Santa, you better freeze his Naskama. Told you. I told you that would happen. Okay, so chance 2 against Naskama. If he's going to get frozen this time. Oh my god. I need to get more effect hit on my Santa. Clearly. Clearly. Oh, Arnie, you nearly nuked him. I'm just thinking, do we just nuke down the Skama? We will, and then we'll use... I got completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. But at least we're safe. We're safe. That's what counts here. And we are at 22 stacks with attack up 2, and that's 88k. Let's hit the boss. 252. Effect resistance down. Let's kill that one. 24 layers. Feist is gone. Well, we expected that anyway. We expected that anyway. Now, let's just do an AoE attack here a moment. 94 and 424. I mean, yeah, it makes sense just to go for the burns. Just go for that mastery and attack rate. Ignore the crit rate. I'm glad I tested it, though, because I'm sure some of you may... Well, you probably didn't, because it's a stupid idea. Stupid idea. Okay, we should be able to do the ultimate now. Attack up 2 is on. Okay, and we're at 28 layers. 117,000 attack. 117,000 attack. He's at 56%. Okay. 177 and 883. The final burn was 2.65 million. Took off 26%. That's a lot. That is a lot. I know it's run 30. Run 30 is still a high stage, though. And Anna is doing very well. We could have put speed down on, but it doesn't matter. 30 layers now. 31, which is putting him at 108. Without attack up. Now, with attack up 2, he's now at 126 at 32 layers. Friggin' hell. Oh, if only we could have tested it now. He's going to be dead. You won't do 300. You know what? No, I'm not going to even attack. Oh, Anna lapped him. For goodness sake. For goodness sake. You've ruined it. Next. I'm taking away the crit rate. I'm going to rebuild him. Okay, so I'm back, and I have changed the gear. I have changed the gear. Here are the stats now. As you can see, effect hit is now at 62%. Attack is at 39, treble 8. Mastery is at 151. 151. The equipment I've gone for is on a speed set, imagine. His speed, however, is only 1742. The reason I've gone for a speed set is because the rolls was good on these. I mean, I've got mastery and attack rate, got a treble mastery and a crit rate, unfortunately, but there is some effect it, which will help. The boots here are mastery and crit damage, could have gone into attack rate. The ring is effect it, mastery. The artifact is now mastery and effect it. The second artifact is now attack, mastery, and effect it. And the final artifact is attack rate, and mastery with effect it on the final roll, which was lucky. That's the perfect kind of stats you're going to want to aim for, is attack rate, mastery, and effect it. Forget crit rate, forget crit damage. It didn't work. Tried it, it didn't work. Alright. Yeah, at least I tried. Tried something different. So, we are now going to test this and see how this works. In run 30. So let's go back into run 30. And let's have a look at the damage of the burn now. So, obviously, I think I need to get more effective on Feist, because putting 4 on that is just annoying. It's just annoying. Let's trigger that. Anna just nuked for some reason. The hell was that? What the hell was that? Okay, we can clear this wave anyway. I wonder if we can clear it without putting on 60k attack. Without putting on attack up 2. No, we're just going to do it as we did before. So he has attack up 2. He's now at what? He's going before Feist, it seems, now as well. Yeah, he is. 82k attack. Without the crit rate. Let's do an AoE. As you can see, Horus is at pretty much full. So let's see if he can nuke him. Yeah, he did. But I couldn't. There's too many friggin' numbers. Too many numbers. Right. Can we get a freeze? We do get a freeze, finally. Finally get a freeze. Finally. We are going to use an ultimate here on the boss. Let's have a look at what he's doing here at 68k, just to the boss. 594, then up to 1.7 million on the final burn, which is a substantial amount. That's a substantial amount. Now we need to kill this Skama, and I really wish I didn't do that actually, because that's just giving Feist a chance to survive, hasn't it? And we have no AoE. We can put a burn up here. Have we got an AoE coming in from Andras now? I hope so. If we don't, we're in trouble. We don't. So the single attack there didn't quite do enough. And that means the Skama is going to steal. That's a problem. So I think if we're to do... Oh my goodness, nukes him. If we're to do this, we're going to have to take out Niskama first with Andras. Or try and save that AoE. This probably isn't the best like if we was using Eric in place of Feist here and Eric going after, at least we could be stunning Niskama as well. So that's that. We're going to try and AoE this out without using attack up 2 from Anna. Like we said before, but we didn't actually do. Nearly did it. So, no attack up 2. Andras is at 62,000. Can he AoE this down? He can. We did get 1 hit back on us, but that was much more effective, meaning we can go into the final wave now, putting on what we need to, and you can guarantee Santa won't freeze. He does, thankfully, but he did resist a speed down too. So now we can trigger that burn, and I think we can safely say that Niskama will die on the next hit, but we'll just use the basic on Niskama here. I don't know if we'd be able to fit that into a smart casting. I'm sure there's other ways we can get around that though. So put that on him. He's dead. We're attack up 2, but also attack down 2, meaning I'm not going to use my nuke yet. But that burn alone was 1.8 million because of his passives, etc. So you do really want to be detonating it with Andras. Feist is surviving here at 120, for goodness sake. So let's do a nuke. Unless Anna is up next. She is up next, so we won't do a nuke. We'll just do the AoE for the deep burn 2, which would make sense anyway. A deep burn 2 is on. You can see we're doing a lot of burn damage now. Attack up 2 is here. And we're going to do the nuke now at 104k, 151% mastery. Deep burn 2 is on. Feebleness 2 is on. Let's test. Let's test what this does. 1 million burns at normal, and then a 3 million burn at the end. That's because it's trebled. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I didn't shield there. We didn't get nuked. You see that passive there? What faction is the boss? Did he take less direct damage, I wonder? Obviously we're safe, but the basic does 3-3-3. I want to try and get one more hit in with Andras on his ultimate if we can get it. Is it now? It's not. Okay, which means we lose attack up 2. Okay, so we need to detonate this burn, please. Thank you. We don't have attack up 2, however. That's a little bit annoying. But 31 stacks, hit all 2%. Oh, that was close. So we're at 31 stacks, or is it 32? We're at 111,000 attack at 32 stacks without attack up 2. He doesn't have deep burn 2 on, but let's have a look at the final damage here. See, without deep burn 2, it's still 875 on a burn tick, and then just under 3 million on the final tick, ending up with Andras doing 38 million. That's a ton of damage. Okay, but that's all well and good. What about Guild Boss? What about Guild Boss? I did try it earlier with this team, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I need to remove Ockmin. Let's throw in Nidrold. Nidrold, Andras, Ben Austin, and Anna. Now this is going to be a bit of a funny kind of setup. I need to remove this one because I don't use it. I was using it when I didn't have my Combat Vanguard or on Mive. Save this in. That goes first. I like to use it like this. Andras, you can Blast Strike first, then Blast Bash after. Ben Austin, turn that off. Anna, you can let's use Phoenix Dance first. Turn that off with Nidrold. Okay. Now, is this set up right? I think that'll be fine. Yeah, because they're not going to be doing much more. Or could I just put Maeve in? We're going to do 2 attacks, and I'll try and speed up part of this video. So let's put it on to ×4. The effect isn't quite enough, is it, on Andras? He may need a little bit more for the boss. He is still detonating. You can see his attack is increasing. He's at 5 now. 6. I'm sure you can count better than me, actually. Slow damage. 8. He's resisting some of the burns. It's clear to see Nidrold is doing a lot more damage at the moment, but there comes a Blast Bash. Does that mean Andras will now take the health reduction? We're at 16 layers now. That's not bad, actually. Just between Anna and Andras, 18. Because if he can survive by the last quarter of attacks will be insane. If we can survive this next nuke. Is it the next one or the one after? We're at 23. Let's just have a quick look at where he's sitting. 24 stacks. He's at 93k. Okay. That's without attack up 2. Ooh, he did nasty damage then. Remember, there's no Combat Vanguard aura on the boss here. There's no Santa E3 with Combat Vanguard aura either. So, you know, increasing all the damage out and all that stuff that Santa does. Seeing a Nicholas guild boss team is very different than seeing one without. Let me tell you that for free. And this Skill Master aura on my Ben Austin is only a 0-star, so it's not huge. We're at 31 layers and attack up 2. We're 125. 125. And just to show you the aura on my Ben Austin, it is 0. It is level 0. It's just a 12% increase in damage. May even be better using the mastery aura. Do you know what? This is very good damage for this team at the moment with Anna and Andras. 152. That's not bad. There's no Combat Vanguard aura in there, increasing the damage by whatever percent. Wow. I am shocked at that. I am very impressed at that. 57 million from Andras, 69 from Nidrold. I'm impressed at that. I know Anna only did 22 million, but she did also bring attack up too, and she was detonating some burns for Andras to increase his attack. But would there be someone better than Anna for him? We don't have O'Grady's yet. But when O'Grady's is here, that's going to be nutty. If I had Bari, maybe that would be better. But that's still a good score. That's still a good score. What was it I was thinking? God, I think I'm talking to Twitch here. I can't ask you. I need to remember myself. Let's remove... Okay, let's test this. Let's remove Anna. And let's bring Mive. Let's bring Mive. So the only heroes changed here is No Hizonya. No Hizonya. That's basically what this is now. Wait, I need to edit this because I don't need to set everything up again. Maeve, I want to go second in the list. Okay, so remove Andras. Now I'll put Maeve in, and now Andras. Where is he? There. Okay. That is because with Catherine counter attack, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But with Ben Austin attack, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order. So it does crisscross with Ben Austin, and it does flat with Catherine. It does. It does. Right. Also, change. Need to set it. So I just need to put on this one first. Remember, we don't have attack up 2 now. But that was also benefiting Nidrold, not just Andras. It's going to be interesting here because we're going to be getting the slow on the boss. We have got a Combat Vanguard aura on, and that is level 2. So it's a 24% increase to damage. And that's all damage dealt, okay? Which means he's going to be dealing more burn, etc., etc. He's only at 2 layers at the moment. Been 2 boss turns. How many layers can he get? He got like 32 before or something like that. Is it 3? It's going to be a lot harder to build those layers. Might need a little bit more effect here, maybe. See, he resisted then as well, but he did get one off there. If you had a St. Nicholas, the boss would have effect resistance reduction of 50%, which would be much, much easier, as you well know. Seven layers, 7 turns. It's not a good conversion. See, that should have been 8. Now it's 8 on the second hit. Seems to be 10 million damage a turn currently. It's only 10 layers. He's getting like 1 layer a turn as well of the boss turn, not his. Yeah. Is this better without Arna currently? Oh, Maeve is gone. Maeve is dead. And don't forget, we did have Combat Vanguard Aura on here as well. 155, very similar kind of score. 36 million from Maeve. However, the difference on our Andras there, 40 million, 75 million for Nidro. That's because he wasn't getting those attack rate increases from the triggering of detonation. If we was to put Combat Vanguard Aura on Arna, that would be an increase. But I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I could change it so I take out Catherine and I bring in someone different. But then I kind of want, I kind of need the counterattacks with Andras because we need to be getting those burn detonations. We need to be getting those burn detonations. I'm still very impressed with him in Guild Boss. I'm still very impressed with him in Guild Boss. Without, especially about that crit damage. That was a stupid thing to do. So this is definitely the best way to build him, which is attack, affect it, and mastery. And the game did recommend this. For the first time, it's right. For the first time, it's right. But I did want to try that crit damage build. I mean, he still has got a little bit. But people can get more than 151% mastery on him. And I probably would, if you're going for Guild Boss with him, I would look at potentially changing your second artifact to affect it, just to get that affect it higher. Unless you use St. Nicholas, you're going to need more affect it. Or you could just go, what the hell, I want to use advanced hit aura, which is the legend one, increasing attack and affect it. Let's quickly try him in PvP. I'm at a low tier in PvP. However, Omink isn't a weak player at all. He's actually a quite strong player. Let's take out Nita. I just want to put in Andras here. And I want to nuke. I just want to do a nuke and see how he does against this. Hopefully Gilliman doesn't steal a show here. You know what? No, because I do want to put that on, but I don't want to. She's going to kill someone. That's the issue. Let's just put a basic on. Let's put Phoebus on as well. And now we're doing AoE against the enemies here. We do have effects resistance up, of course, but we still do burn damage. Oh. That was kind of nice. That was kind of nice. He did nuke straight through the likes of Lucifer, etc. Hmm. That could actually be quite a nice combo with Focus doing a double lot of that. I'm just trying to think what else I could show on him. This is a long video. This is a long video. Far too long. I even feel like deleting it and then re-editing it. But I haven't done a lot of content, so if you do like to watch for a long period of time, then hopefully you enjoyed it still. So the arena, he seems strong. I mean, he does seem strong. I know we only done one battle. His point is coming and they're going, hey, here he is. Look at this. Boom. It's done. That's not good advice. It's not good advice. He's still... I want to test him against a Brynhild. Am I high enough to test against a Brynhild? Where the hell is a Brynhild? Let's just throw it on auto. I want to see how he does on auto. Does he use his AoE first, or does he use his ultimate? And you need to target Nita, please. We're going to get a turn from Gilliman going crazy. Okay, so he'll go straight in with his ultimate. which you could smart cast change that anyway. Friggin' Guilliman is still crazy. So slack on my arena. Let's refresh again. Let's find a Brynhild. But it's not going to be a super strong Brynhild. So I'm too low ranked right now. Oh, no, that's non-exclusive. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll do a separate video. I'll do a separate video on that, like tomorrow or something. But honestly, Andras is fun. And with the coming heroes, I don't have all the burn heroes. Like if we think of pairing him with the likes of even Gunner, I wonder 40% chance on the AoE and more burn here on the final as well. It's really going to be bringing burn into action. It really is. Where is Eric? I mean, the fact here is that Eric will stun on a destination as well. He will stun, which is going to be crazy. I think I need to build up Eric as well. Eric, Anna, and Andras I can see being very good. Eric, Andras, Anna, Feist, Catherine. Could we possibly consider not using St. Nicholas later on? If we can get the stuns in, maybe, but then the bosses are still going to be an issue. Okay. What is my kind of feeling on Andras? I'm happy I put eyes into him. I'm happy I made him E3. I think he's definitely worth pulling for, but I need to make a video on Marvel as well. So I'm going to end this now. Thank you for watching. Take care. Have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are. Goodbye.